Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a video just to kind of show you the things you can do with the pellets with the new Straw Harvest DLC. So a big question is not necessarily how do you do all that and make the pellets, but why would you even bother doing that? Or what can you do with the pellets after you make them? So I'm going to answer those questions here today as we go through this video. So first and foremost, obviously you can sell them. So if you go onto any map and you go into here, if you look down at the bottom, hay and straw pellets, it'll have several places, usually at least one, to have places for you to be able to sell these guys at and sell them off. So obviously we have the pallet sell point, which is right here. Now, yes, ideally the purpose of this is so you can sell them in the form of a pallet, but it does work if you sell them loose. So one thing I'm going to take a look at here with you guys, just as a quick test, is it worth it to sell them as pallets, or do you just want to sell them loose? So I have 2,000 liters of hay pallets in here, which is how many are in one of these pallets here. So if I bring this pallet over here, if I sell this pallet off, 2,000 liters of pellets, we made $14.39. Now, if I sell this load here, I'm guessing we're probably going to make the same amount, but we'll see here. So we made the same amount. So going through the process of using the palletizer or the pallet haul or the pelleting haul, good Lord, I can't even talk anymore. Going through the process of actually making these pallets here, just may not be worth it, depending on what you're doing. Now, more realistically, yes, that's how you'd have to sell them. So that checks out there, but just be aware of that. So there we go. We tested that out. Now, the other way, of course, is through productions. You can purchase one of the pellet heat plants, and you can put wood chips, of course, but also straw pellets into it. So if I get ourselves some straw pellets, let me just fill this thing up here. Easy peasy. So if I had some straw pellets lying around, this is a great addition as well from FS19 that we didn't have before in FS19. So this is a really good thing to add, I think, here. So if I just back this up here appropriately, we'll see if it actually worked for me. I did have some issues in Troy getting it to work, which looks like we're not going to have those issues now, which is great. So I can dump these guys in here, and of course I can activate that, and then it's going to produce electricity, which is going to make me some money. Now later on, I am going to do some testing with you guys as well in a different video, more in depth, looking at the actual value of these, and then is it actually worth doing this with straw and hay? So we will do that. Now, those are kind of the very basics there. You can produce them into pallets and then sell them, or you can sell them directly and make the same amount of money, or you can put them into your production chain. The purpose of making the pallets is maybe for you to be able to store them easier if you are going to use them on your farm for different animals and stuff like that, which I'll go over in a second. Or if you wanted to be more realistic about selling them, this is probably how you'd have to sell them in the real world. No one's going to really want to buy a big bulk pile of pallets. Well, farmers probably and stuff like that, but in general, these would be probably more valuable. So anyhow, now if we go into animals here, we look in here, you can see that cows now have an added fill type here, which is the straw pellets. You can see the difference between hay and straw pellets there. Horses also are going to take those. Pigs do not have any there. Sheep do have it, and then chickens, of course, don't as well. Now, the one thing, cows will actually also take these straw pellets as bedding. It doesn't show up in here, though. So one thing as well, though, is, well, if I take all the time to compress all the straw and everything like that, if I can get into this tractor here, is it actually worth that for bedding? So I have 1,000 liters in here, so we're going to see how much 1,000 liters of straw pellets is going to give us in terms of bedding. Now, if we go in here to our animals, I don't have anything in there right now. So if I just unload 1,000 liters of straw pellets, we're going to see what that gives us in total for bedding. So there we go. We get about 4,000 liters of bedding for 1,000 liters of pellets. So that is one of the main things that you would maybe consider using pellets for instead of regular loose hay or straw, is because of that kind of multiplier. Now, over here at the sheep, I do have 1,000 liters of hay, which I am going to dump in here to see the same question answered. So we're going to dump that in there, and I'm assuming, well, maybe if we can get it all in there. There we go. Okay. Maybe not the ideal. Oh, we got a little left. Let's get that in there. There we go. Okay. So probably not the ideal setup there. So yeah, again, there you go. It's going to be 4,000 liters. So it's going to have that multiplication kind of factor to be able to be a little bit more efficient for you. But in the future video, I'm going to test, is it worth it? Because you do have to put molasses into the machine. I'm not going to be able to include the actual cost of the machine. I know it's expensive. That's something you want to consider. But I'm going to see, is it actually worth it to use it for feed? Is it worth it to sell it? Is it worth it to do at all? Or should you just keep doing loose hay and straw like you've been doing in the past? So I'm hoping to have that video out for you guys by the end of this week. So that's my goal. But yeah, stay tuned for that on the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos about the Straw Harvest DLC. I did do a separate video teaching you how to use all the equipment. I did a first look video and a separate video teaching you how to use all the different buildings. This is just a quick video I wanted to put together to see the different kind of things you can do with the straw pellets. So there you guys go. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.